Welcome to the CrossAxe Method, the podcast developed for our members and community to help drive your performance and health to new levels. As a CrossFit certified trainer, firefighter, and affiliate owner for the better part of a decade, I draw on my knowledge and experience, and more importantly that of many professionals in the industry, to provide world-class information to our members and community. We look forward to helping you achieve optimal health and performance while having some fun conversations along the way.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the CrossAxe Method podcasts. We are up to episode 44, back here with Rob again. Hey Rob.
G'day.
Hello.
It's the same response I ever read. I'm like, I don't know what to say here. But we do need a new intro.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As in the music or my spiel?
No, like my spiel before you start.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to change it up next
and the
week
music
now anyway.
as well. You could put some fresh beats on.
Yeah, right. All right. Time to freshen it up. Love
Yeah.
that. We've got a couple of topics to discuss today with our members. One being the packages that we now offer on top of Group CrossFit.
Yep.
So we'll dig into that a little bit, and then we're going to finish the podcast with a little bit of gym etiquette.
Perfect.
So obviously everybody listening to this podcast has a group class membership with us, but we've now stacked a bunch of layers on top of that, and we've got quite a few hybrid packages available to go with our CrossFit classes.
Yes.
So the main two offerings being PT and nutrition consults.
Yeah.
So did you want to dig a little bit into PT?
Yeah, it's kind of something we've always offered, but we haven't really promoted it. Mainly because just time, just having the coaches available to do it. And there's always been a bit of a need there for personal training, but we don't really push it. We've kind of focused on the class more than anything. But now we're just getting a bit of a roll on with things, and we're getting an opportunity to be able to offer it on a wider scale and come up with what actually works. What does personal training in a CrossFit gym look like? How can we help people better achieve what they're trying to? And go from there.
Yeah, love it. And so in terms of the offerings, we do 30-minute, 45-minute, 60-minute.
Yep.
We've got various packages of how many people can choose, but what would you say, I suppose, if people are wondering whether they should do a 30-minute or an hour, what sort of would they think to get out of that time?
Yeah, cool. So the thing with CrossFit is it's a group-based program. Before I go on, can you shut the door for me? Sorry, I
Yes.
killed that. I'll keep talking while you shut the door there. Thanks, Leah. Just got some people doing some PT in the background at the moment, making a lot of noise. So good stuff, guys. Keep it up. But where I was going, CrossFit is group-based fitness. And anytime we have group-based fitness, you're not going to get individual attention. So it's geared to cater for most of the people most of the time, and you're going to get most benefit out of it. But if you're looking to get some individualized coaching, say you specifically want to work on your weightlifting, or specifically want to work on gymnastics, or specifically want to work on nutrition, whatever, then we need to put in time outside of the group environment. You know, we have a couple of coaches. We say we have 25 people in a class. Really, that's about 2 minutes per person coaching per class, or 4 minutes if we've got two coaches. It's not a lot of one-on-one time to get through everything and really dial in the specifics of what people might want. So if you're looking for, say, improvement in a skill, so you're like, yep, I really want to work on my toes to bar, and I want to be able to do X amount of toes to bar in a given amount of time, then you might just pick a 30-minute PT session a week or a fortnight with one of the coaches, so they can give you a program, they can tighten up your technique, and they can deliver some solid progress for you in terms of what you're trying to achieve, rather than kind of just hoping that you'll pick it up in the classes. And as you've probably seen, we coach it pretty heavily in our classes, but there might be something individually we can help you with that's going to help you or get you to progress faster. So that would kind of be like that 30-minute single skill kind of thing. If you're wanting 45 minutes, maybe that involves a bit of a workout where we would, if we continue on with the toaster bar analogy, we put your toaster bar under a little bit of pressure in a workout, and then look at the faults that come out, once you've done some deadlifts, and then you go to do a toaster bar. So then we identify, maybe it's a grip issue, not so much a movement issue, or, whatever. And, maybe it's you're wanting some help with Olympic weightlifting. That's going to be pretty challenging in half an hour. By the time you get warmed up, we start moving you through the movements. We could coach movements, but with Olympic weightlifting, until we're at that sort of 80% load, it's hard to see where those higher end faults are, unless you're a beginner, and then that changes things. And then with our hour sort of PT hybrid package, that's going to be something where we're working on multiple things maybe at the same time. It might be where you're doing only maybe one a month, and in which case we would write a program for the month, kind of like specific extras. Mm-hmm. And that one PT session's probably going to be going through the program, making sure you're happy with all the movements and what's within that program and how it's to be implemented. So yeah, that's kind of like a bit of a breakdown of where we would go time-wise. And then frequency is essentially how fast do you want to see results. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love it. And so I suppose people shouldn't think that they have to be a beginner to do PT, nor do they have to be an advanced or elite athlete. This is literally for everybody. It just depends on what you want to get out of the program.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now's probably a great time with Semper coming up.
Yeah.
A few skills sessions.
Yeah. There's a few things that might test you in there.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. And so what about on the nutritional consult side of things? I know you've been doing a fair few of those lately. Word has spread.
Yeah. Again, it's been one of those things where previously I haven't had a lot of time to do those. And I still don't have a wide open schedule, but hopefully we can bring some of the other coaches up to speed. But the nutrition coaching, as you know, we like to try and run challenges. We did have one planned that just got washed straight over with a lot of other things. Mm-hmm. So we didn't actually get to implement that. Hopefully maybe post-Semper we'll do that now.
Yep.
The nutrition is such an important part of what we do. And when we have athletes coming in, most people are working pretty hard. They're working out hard, they're training really well, but we're not getting them to where they want to be with their body composition. And, let's not be fooled into believing that everyone in the gym is concerned about their Fran time. I would say if we asked 90% of our athletes and members, or 100% of our athletes and members, 90% of them would rank body composition above performance. And that's okay. I get it. Everyone wants to look good at the beach with their shirt off. Everyone wants to feel confident and comfortable in their own skin. And the really good benefit with that is that you're going to be healthier, generally speaking. There's some boundaries there. But essentially what we do with the nutrition consulting is we sit down for about an hour and we go through the options. We have multiple different ways to approach it. It's not sort of one size fits all. Depends on people's circumstance, what they want to do. So, pointy end of the stick, if you're an athlete, you need to be weighing and measuring everything, figuring out exactly how many calories you're having per day, at what time. It's very, very involved and requires a lot of work. And that's okay, but that's because you're an athlete and performance is your number one priority and you want to go to the CrossFit Games. Excellent. Or run a marathon or whatever it is, then you need to put in that effort if you want to be the best at what you do. Mm-hmm. Taking a step back from that, we've got other options where, we'll provide meal plans. You might need to weigh and measure some things, but not everything. It's kind of like a plug and play for different levels. And then we also start off with some really basic, like just changing your habits. So my goal is that people don't stay on this nutrition coaching forever. So we do a 1 hour session at the start, and then we do a half an hour catch up every month. And I try and sort of get in touch with everyone on a weekly basis, just send them a message, see how they're going, see how they're traveling. They fall into our Facebook group as well. And just provide that accountability is a pretty big thing.
I'm laughing because we just threw that word out so much over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And you didn't know how you felt about it or what it meant.
Yeah, that's right. So this probably brings up a pretty good segue, or not even a segue, but just a topic is like, I remember clearly asking you, like, what do you need? Because when we're trying to figure out what everyone wants or needs in terms of accountability, I'm like, this word just keeps coming at me, accountability. I need accountability. Or like, what is it?
Yeah.
What do you need? Do you need a message every day? Do you need a phone call? Do you need me to come around and knock on your door and empty your pantry?
Yeah,
you know, right. where does it sit?
Yeah.
How do we price that so that we can afford the time to do it? Because that's a big factor in all of this. And what do you need? And then, you know, we've kind of come up with a system of most people just need a message every week just to stay on track, remind them that they need to be thinking about what they're eating. I do it on a Friday so that it's going into a weekend where most people struggle the most. You know, lots of us can get organised during the week. As we go across the weekend, you know, the wheels kind of fall off a little bit, and we might have a party, or we relax, or we don't plan, and then we make some bad decisions. So that's, you know, that's on purpose that we do that on a Friday. And and we also have the InBody scan machine here, which has been a massive help. So we do a scan at the beginning of the program, and then every single month, you know, in that 1 month's time, you're going to be getting back on that machine. The machine doesn't lie. It's not someone's opinion of how you look. It will just give you the data, whether that's good, bad, or ugly. And then we reevaluate what you've been doing for the month, what's worked well, what hasn't worked well, what changes we need to make. You know, one of the guys this week I saw, you know, just has made some really good changes in the quality of the food he was eating. But then there was some quantity issues there that we needed to sort of button up on. So just we reevaluate that. We kind of go back and forward until we really get what's working well. We'll stick with that. If it's working, we keep going. If it's not working, we make changes to make sure that we're going in the direction that we want to go in. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the nutrition coaching, and it's super important. It's been really good for the people that are doing it. We've got some pretty good, you know, lanes in which people can go into in terms of where they might fall, whether it's, you know, at the start, we just need to remove that sort of that junk food and all that sort of stuff that we know is no good, but what do we put there instead? What do we eat? What, you know, and to be fair, not everyone does know what's good and bad. You know, there's still, you know, we have this conversation from time to time as well. You know, like we're in the gym here. We're in a pretty good suburb in the inner city of Brisbane. And we think that everyone acts like most people do around here, right? And all the people I know go to CrossFit. And all the people you know go to CrossFit. And you know some other people also that run with their dogs and go and play in the dog park. I don't know those people. But, yeah, so, you know, this... We start thinking that everyone has the same knowledge. They know what we know. But, you know, some people don't know that a Powerade's got 30 grams of sugar in it. It's not a better choice than water, you know. So pulling out those little things to start with for certain people and just helping them understand and chew through all the information that's out there, because there's so much nutritional advice on the internet and everything. We try and keep it super simple, bring out the rubbish, eat real food, and then from there, once we get that online, we talk about sleep and stuff, which we might do another podcast on when you guys finish your book.
That's right. It's a great book, by the way.
Yeah.
So interesting.
So then we talk about sleep and lifestyle and you know, coffee consumption and all of those sorts of little things that have a massive effect. Try and trim all the low-hanging fruit, and then from there, as we go further and further down, you'll all get sort of more and more comfortable and confident with what we're doing. Then we start sharpening the spear and, looking at quantities of how much we're eating and when we're eating it and before and after workout nutrition and then eating for performance at the end.
Yeah, there's so many different avenues. Just depends on what you want and when you want it.
And people, most people want different things.
That's right.
Some people, no matter what they do, can't put weight on, and they really need to do something different, and that's going to look different to the people that need to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
So it really just depends where you're coming from.
Yeah. So I suppose on that, if anybody out there wants some help with their nutrition or with PTs and different skills, then please let us know. Just reach out and we can get it booked in.
Yeah, that's right. It's none of this is forever either. It's like, hey, maybe I want to do one PT a month or one a week for 4 weeks and then just see how it goes. Mm-hmm. I really want to nail this certain skill down. It's been frustrating me for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Let's actually get some forward moving traction, because a lot of people will like, how do I attack the extras, or how do I do this? So there's a little bit of self-motivation and self-awareness with the training of the extras. How do I do it? When do I do it? What part do I do? So, you might be doing the wrong things trying to get to the right the place that you want to get to.
Yeah.
And that might just need one or two sessions with one of the coaches, and they'll be able to steer you in the right directions, might change a few little things that rock your world, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Is there anything else you want to add? Oh, actually, yes, there is. On-ramp, we have changed our introductory process for new members. So did you want to chat a little bit about the on-ramp program? Because especially our morning guys at the moment on a Tuesday might notice a new little group of people at 6:15 on Tuesdays.
Yeah, so again, just it was time for a refresh. We had our current on-ramp program, I guess, one sort of introduction session, and away you go. You're in amongst a bunch of people that know what they're doing, kind of thing, sink or swim style for quite a number of years. And we just want to personalize it a little bit more. So not everyone comes to us for the same reasons. And this 4-session program. So the athletes still can start in the groups straight away, but they get that little group session that's based around all the little basic things that that you guys or most people might already know if they've been here for a little period of time and it just kind of had to learn the hard way. So we're trying to ease that transition into the big group a little bit better, give them some more attention, and help them understand why we do things a certain way, and just progress them through better. So they can come to all the group training classes, but they also have that one little sort of semi-private session a week on a Tuesday morning, or we possibly have some other times for it as well. Yeah. But it's mainly on a Tuesday morning, and we also have some ways to fast track that as well, where Tuesday morning might not work, so then we have this PT model that we get everyone in with as well. And then on top of that, we also are scanning every new member that comes in on our InBody. So we're really trying to start tracking those results from day one. This is what happened when I started CrossFit, and then we can put them on a scan a month later or 6 weeks later and say, look, these are the changes that have occurred in your body, whether that's putting on muscle mass or losing fat. So it's a really good, I think, system to help people get better results and not get lost in or overwhelmed, I guess is probably a better word, in the size and scale of the group, and kind of get sucked down a path that, like you're training really hard, but you kind of just lose track of like, what, I can't remember why what I even come here for, like what are my goals? What am I trying to achieve? Yeah. Yeah. So just a smoother transition into the classes sets everyone up for a better long-term future with their training. Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
Cool.
Okay. You're all right to move on?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention in packages? I think we've covered.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that's it's all pretty straightforward. If you're interested, reach out. And, if you're ever in doubt on anything, just ask the coaches, because we're here to help. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
definitely ask. Awesome. All right, moving into housekeeping and gym etiquette. I used to be a housekeeper in Canada.
What?
Yeah. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Working holiday visa. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Gym
What was your main gig? Like just washing clothes and cleaning the house,
Yeah,
looking
it was
after
staff
kids?
accommodation. It was actually, it was
okay.
awful, but
Okay.
it let me stay in Canada, so that was
Looking
good.
after travellers, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was one of them. It's all right. It was
Okay.
a long time ago. Gym etiquette. So a few points to this one
Yep.
that we just want to remind members of, or perhaps you're a new member and we just haven't covered it with you guys yet. So that's okay. No one's in trouble here. We just want to reset a few things in how best to take care of our facility.
I felt like you grew up a lot today when we had this conversation. I kind of had a bit of a laugh to myself.
Did ya?
You're like, there's bloody chalk on the floor. What are they doing with the chalk? There's chalk on the floor. Bands aren't getting put away. What's going on? Like,
Okay, for the record.
so I'm kind of like proud of you, like
I'll take that.
getting to that.
But I didn't say it like that, so
Okay,
please don't
that's
hate
how I
me
heard
out
it.
there. Okay. But speaking of chalk, it is a topic to chat about. Couple of things to it. I don't know if anybody is crumbling it up in the chalk bucket.
Feels good when you get a big block of chalk and crush it like you feel like the Hulk, like you've got a rock and you're just like,
That might be the
Into
reason
powder.
behind it then. Can we not?
yeah, don't do
Is
that.
it- yeah.
It's meant to be in a block.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
guys, don't break the chalk.
Yeah,
In
and
the-
also
in
when
the bucket.
and I think you once did a video about this, or you at least showed a class that I was in years ago of how to get chalk out of the bucket. And so you popped a bit of chalk on your hands and you clapped your hands inside the bucket, and
Yeah.
then any residue came off, and you're good to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why that's why the buckets have that cutout in them, right? What I think we should do is, where like, I forget if it's like a cookie or something, where like you have a treat or you have something in a jar, and so you got to like fold your hand to get it in the hole, but then when you grab it, you can't pull it out because
Alright.
it's like then your
Oh.
hand's too big.
Yeah.
I think we might make a smaller hole in the chalk bucket.
That might help.
But it's shaped that way so you can put both hands in, dust the chalk on, clap your hands, and then pull them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you notice a big sort of pile of chalk on the ground around a bucket,
Yes.
that's what we're wanting to avoid. And in all
Yeah.
seriousness, it does take a lot of time, a lot of hours to clean those floors.
It does.
So it really would help if we could be careful when we're getting chalk on our hands,
Yep.
as well as when we have chalk on our hands, if we then have something like a burpee or a push-up. I know it's pretty hard with burpees if they're not on the spot, stuff like
Yep.
that. That's okay. We're not super precious about that. But if you can be mindful and pop your towel down, that would be ace.
And just also have a think about why you need the chalk.
You're looking at me?
No. No, but like you don't need chalk for burpees. Or even, I would say you don't need chalk for burpee pull-ups.
Okay.
Because you're doing like one at a time. So if you can't grip the bar for one rep after you've had them on the floor,
Yeah.
I would say we need to work on your grip strength.
Yeah.
And you should book a PT with one of our coaches straight
For
away.
the record, I didn't mean chalk up for burpees.
No, I know.
Okay, great.
I know. The other good one is when someone gets a block of chalk out and puts it beside the chalk
Ah,
bucket
yeah.
near their barbell. Now, I'm cool with that if you're going to get a world record in the workout. Anything less than that, just got to stay in the bucket.
Oh. All right. I think that covers it. It's
That's-
pretty
that's
self-explanatory.
chalk.
Just be mindful of
Just
chalk.
don't chuck it around everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael Lewis.
Oh, I've
Sorry,
not-
did I say that?
I've not noticed that, Michael.
Oh, I was just giving him. I just like to give him a bit of.
You give me a
Bit
bit
of
of
a hard
stick about
time.
chalk too, but that's all right.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It's literally just to keep your hands dry.
Yeah.
And another thing is, if your hands are really wet and sweaty, don't stick them in the chalk bucket.
Yeah.
To like cake it on,
Yeah.
like I don't know, like something. Just dry your hands,
Yeah.
and then a little bit of chalk. It's all it is just to dry your hands.
Love it.
Doesn't. It's not like super glue.
And, well, it feels like that sometimes. It's our safe place. Speaking of towels then, so we can dry
Yes.
our hands with a towel. If everybody can keep coming with their towels, we do sell them at reception if you forget. So there's plenty there behind the counter if you need.
Yeah, it's pretty gross if you sweat all over the place and you don't have a towel. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Just be mindful of others.
Yeah, I love it. Water as well. Bring along your water bottle. Otherwise, we sell it at reception.
Take
That's
your
all
water bottle
good.
home with you as well.
Take your bottles home. Yeah, we
Yep.
might have a fair few there to collect.
Yeah, I
and
did a
throw out.
massive throw out of towels and clothes and all sorts of stuff
All right.
not too long ago. But just keep checking our little area down the back there that just seems to attract stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. We'll get-
And on that, I don't, if there's like good sets of Roo grips or Bear
Yeah.
Complex grips or whatever, I don't throw them out. I just put them in that little black crate. So
Yeah.
if you are missing them, just check there. And people just, everyone, a lot of people just, you finish the workout, you're buggered, you forgot you even got your grips out, you leave them on the floor or you skip and rope or whatever.
Yeah.
Just take a second after the workout to go like, oh, shit, do I have left anything on the floor?
Yeah.
Pick it up, take it with you.
Yeah, awesome. Belts too.
Yeah, belts too.
Cool. So another couple of things, just popping plates away. There is enough space for all of our plates. So if you can't find it on the pillar that you're at, just take a little walk around before you pop them on the floor, if that's all right, just to make sure that they do get put up off the ground, put away.
Yeah, I think what's causing that a little bit is the little change plates. So the 2.5s, the 1.5s, the 2s and the 1s and the 0.5s, they can all go on one rack.
Yeah.
All of them. So if you see, if you're putting them away, put them on a rack that's already got some on them of the exact same fraction.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it takes up another pole somewhere, and
Yep.
then the other plates don't get put back where they should.
Yeah, makes sense. Awesome. Everybody's been pretty awesome at booking in on the app. It is just a one-click process now, so thanks for that. But yeah, just a reminder, make sure you keep doing that. We do need to make sure you guys are booked in, and it saves us doing it when you arrive, so that's awesome.
Yep.
And then another little thing just to make sure we can keep it as tidy as possible are our kettlebells up the back, bands, stools, things like that. If you use it, please pop it back.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, especially for the coach that's first arriving in the morning or the coach that's last finishing at night, because we want you guys to come into a nice, clean, neat, tidy gym, and if one person has to walk around picking up after 300, it's a lot easier if every person just picks up after himself.
Yep.
It saves the coach that's here late at night walking around picking up bands and foam rollers and just a little bit of care. If you grab something out, just use it. Just pop it back when you're done, back where you got it from, and we're good to go.
Didn't there used to be like a burpee auction or something? The coaches used to post photos of things left out, and then everyone would comment on how many burpees.
Yeah, it was like if you left something out, we'd tag you, and then it was a burpee per like.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but it got a bit ruthless, and
Yeah.
so
Lots of
we don't want to
burpee.
do that. We're all adults. Just put it away.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that.
Well, you can do it.
Maybe. All right. Well, hopefully we won't see much left out and about anymore. But that's all we've got for you guys today. So as always, if you have any feedback or suggestions on what you would like us to discuss next week, please let us know.
Awesome.
Cool. Chat next week.
Thanks, Leah.
Thank you.